Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the essay Man and Nature in India, the Ecological Balance. Before we move on the text of the essay, let us have a brief introduction of the writer of this essay. The essay has been written by Dr. Salim Ali. The full name of the writer is Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali. He is popularly known as Birdman of India. He was a well known ornithologist and naturalist. Ornithologist is a person who studies the birds. The writer Dr. Salim Ali was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1958 and Padma Vibhushan in 1976. He was born in Bombay in 1896 and graduated from St. Xavier College in Zoology. He has to his credit the pioneering work in systematic survey of bird species across India. He played an important role in establishing the Bombay Natural History Society after independence and laid the foundation stone of Kevla Dev National Park in Bharatpur. For his immensely important contribution in wildlife conservation, he was conferred the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian award, in 1976. He has authored many books on ornithology, like the Book of Indian Birds, Pictorial Guide to the Birds of the Indian Subcontinent, Handbook of the Birds of India and Pakistan, that is co-authored with S. Dillon Ripley. These books are some of the most comprehensive and authentic texts to study the and explore more than 1200 species of birds found in the Indian subcontinent. His autobiography, The Fall of a Sparrow, is a testimony or a proof to his eternal passion for birds. His 80-year long research, observation, survey, exploration, and documentation of birds in the Indian subcontinent is a rich scientific legacy for lovers, and his phenomenal and path breaking work in this field is a source of inspiration for budding ornithologists. After the introduction of the writer, let us have a brief introduction of the essay Man and Nature in India, the Ecological Balance. In this essay, the author Salim Ali has touched upon some of the very vital issues concerning environment and ecology. Uncensored human intervention in nature and meddling or interfering with natural resources have caused destruction of wildlife, deforestation, climatic changes, and other adverse impacts on ecological balance. Dr. Ali opines that there is a self mechanism in nature to check the population of various species and to maintain its balance, but man has disturbed this by his imprudent or unwise activities guided by his avarice. He further adds that all natural disasters and loss of wildlife are primarily caused due to rapid growth in human population. Times have come when a serious thought ought to be given to this highly volatile situation. Volatile here means current situation. He ends with a warning that if human population is not checked at the earliest, the consequences or the results would be utterly disastrous, completely disastrous, and human beings would also be affected by ecological disaster in near future. Now we move on the text of the essay. It is a matter of some satisfaction to all of us interested in the conservation of nature that there is now at last a growing awareness and interest in India in the preservation of wildlife and wild places. The writer says that it is a matter of some satisfaction. It is a matter of some satisfaction to all of us who are interested in the conservation or the safety of nature, that there is now at last a growing awareness. Growing means increasing. That at last now there is an increasing awareness and interest in India in the preservation of wildlife and wild places. The writer in this paragraph says that it is a matter of some satisfaction to all the people who are interested in the conservation or the safety of nature, that now there is an increasing awareness and interest in India in the preservation of wildlife and wild places. Now people are taking interest in saving nature, wildlife, and wild places. What is now required is the understanding of the fact that human ecology is an integral part of nature conservation, and all who take a view of life on earth must realize that man's future cannot be considered separately from that of other life. The writer here says that what is now required, it is a requirement of the understanding of the fact that human ecology or human existence is an integral part of nature conservation, that we can only exist if we conserve, if we make safe to nature, and all who take a view of life on earth must realize, who take a view of life means those people who are living, they must realize that man's future cannot be considered separately from that of the other life. We all should realize that our existence cannot be separate from other species that are in existence on this earth. We are all attached on this planet earth. From the time that man became an agriculturalist and husbandman, thereby enabling himself to overcome the natural constraints that had kept the numbers of his predecessor, the hunter and forager, within the environmental capacity, man's impact on his environment has become largely disastrous. From the time that man has become an agriculturalist, from the time that man has become an agriculturalist means the person who makes harvesting, and husbandman here means farmer, thereby enabling himself, man has made himself enable to overcome or to check or win the natural constraints that had kept the number of his predecessor. He has kept the number of his predecessor, the hunter and the forager. He has made or increased the number of his predecessor, the hunter and forager. Forager here means the person who is in search of food. Within the environment capacity, man's impact on his environment has been largely disastrous. Man's impact or effect on his environment has become largely disastrous. In this paragraph, the writer wants to say that from the time that man has become an agriculturalist or farmer, and he has made himself unable to use the natural resources, and he has also maintained the number of his predecessor, that is the hunter or the forager. uh, he has used the environmental capacity uh, after he is becoming a farmer, uh, or he is using the natural resources. Man's impact on his environment has become largely disastrous. As examples, one could consider the cradle of civilization. For example, the writer says that anyone can see the beginnings of the civilization. West Asia, now largely arid. West Asia that has now become largely arid. Arid means dry. as a monument to man's misuse of the land. It has become a monument or a barren place because of the man's misuse of the land. A number of ancient civilizations seem to have culminated means mixed in deserts in the same way. The writer says that a number of ancient civilizations seem to have mixed in deserts in the same way. Egypt, the kingdoms of West Asia, Carthage, and the Indus Valley civilization are such places that have mixed in deserts. All seem to have gone to run down the same drain. The writer says that all seem to have gone to run down to the same drain means with the same process. Everything is going to ruin. None had profited from the knowledge of earlier disasters. No one has taken the profit or the benefit from the knowledge of the earlier disasters. Unhappily, the same sorry process continues today. The same sorry process to make disaster of the natural resources, it is now continually going on. Only that improvements in communications and technology now permit man to exercise his expertise as a creator of deserts on a global scale and at a more accelerated tempo. Only that improvements in communication and technology. Now there is the improvement in communications and technology, and that is permitting man to exercise his expertise. Man can show his expertise as a creator of deserts on a global scale. Now people can create deserts on a global scale and a more accelerated tempo. Tempo here means speed. Accelerated means increasing speed. Now we have also increased technology, that is also helpful, that is also useful in making the deserts on a global scale with a more increasing speed. As far as forests and wildlife are concerned, there can be hardly any doubt that we in India have been living prodigally of an abundant capital. The writer says that as far as forests and wildlife are concerned, there can be hardly means there cannot be any doubt that we in India have been living prodigally. Prodigally means in an abundant way or with the spendthrift way. Uh, uh, a study on any endangered natural resource shows that the basic problem in every case is human population. A study on any endangered natural resource, any natural resource that is on a dangerous condition, study on that natural resource that is on a dangerous situation shows that the basic problem in every case is human population. That basic problem or the root cause of that situation is the human population, leading to a constant erosion to that resource. The human population, the increasing human population, is leading to a constant means continuous erosion. Erosion means loss of that resource. The writer says that if any natural resource is in danger or or is if it is decreasing, it is because of increasing human population, uh, because human population is leading to the loss of that resource.